But
I'm back.
I prefer 100 Thieves here. Oh, hello.
Very similar, actually.
100 Thieves. Honestly,
just a few moments ago
I think TSM's gonna take Icebox.
Starting off,
I don't. I think 100 Thieves is gonna win it pretty convincingly.
I think 100 Thieves has a poo-poo Icebox. Poo-poo.
Yep.
But
definitely. And
I still do like their comp better, but I don't know.
Anything like any of the gun rounds that is to follow. So
I don't think it's
would
about
expect
comp
us to
between
see
these two
something that
teams.
and interestingly,
Yeah.
I like this from TSM. They are sticking with what we saw a lot against Luminosity, which is that B long pressure.
Guess
Trying to
we'll
make sure
see
that
right
they don't
now.
lose control of this gives them options to quickly flank and retake A as well. So it's a good every setup. Deals with everything.
And TSM just do a
And you
little
know what?
aggro B
They've
push and
gotten
get 2
opening
picks.
picks
Okay,
out of it,
well,
so it's
go
certainly
next,
working
I
out.
guess.
Yeah, the paranoia is coming out. And you even saw, apologies, I missed who it was, but there was somebody waiting for that, right? That from 100 Thieves, the paranoia comes out. He was still sitting back and spawned.
100 Thieves picked the Icebox.
But Wardell wins that duel with the ghost.
Well.
TSM
Oh
get a
my
ton of
God.
loot,
Oh,
right?
damn.
With so much information. Nice shot from Steel.
Oh,
He's
hello?
the sheriff with the pistol and is panning out.
Dude,
I mean, you just have
Steel
to
might be
love
their best
Steel
player.
So many things, right?
Oh,
in
he
this
got a little
game.
too jiggy with it,
Weapon
but he's down a
choices,
number, so
some of
whatever.
That shows the Guardian a lot more than other players, and just it generally makes interesting choices. The sheriff and the pistol, really cool.
What is this crosshair, Hiko? Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind.
Whoa, Mike, I didn't hear you. Did you just doubt Hiko?
The oldies, the boomers.
No, I said, what is this crosshair?
You doubted his crosshair.
I didn't doubt it. I just said, what is it?
Scratch that.
I want it because he's so good.
Yeah, that's definitely what was going on there. All right, well, this is already off to a banger of a fucking match.
You made when talking about the first bout between TSM and 100 Thieves.
Oh, you love that shit. You love the dynamic bullshit.
100 Thieves winning situation.
I use the dynamic for a little bit. It's kind of fun. It's really hard on pistols. So he pulled it off, but I think it's really hard on pistols.
Yeah, that first like fadeaway
Interesting slow
shot from Steel was just pure amazing.
I mean,
It's just
Steel
so
and
good.
Hiko just stole the show
And
there.
that
Fucking A.
just started something that couldn't be stopped. And once again, we'll see in terms of defaulting, TSM putting a lot of pressure on B1. And this is information.
I swear, I just think 100 Thieves is gonna smoke this. But you're going the opposite way, right?
To expect these kinds of positions and pressures early.
I think TSM's gonna have a stronger showing on this map, but
we can see the quick reset out of that.
I don't know.
From TSM rotating everybody towards.
I only say that because of how fucking shit on they got by T1 on this map. They didn't stand a chance.
So
I mean, they just lost as well. Or are you talking about 100 Thieves?
100 Thieves,
yeah. But
yeah.
TSM just got smoked by LG
Going to be first.
on Icebox.
That's true. That's true. Maybe they're both just bad on this map.
Possible. Very possible.
And then they start to think twice about it, get the yips to pull off, and that is the window in which TSM, or excuse me, 100 Thieves dashes in. Ethan going to be one of the first ones there. The wall's going to go up. That should give them a bit of room to work with as the spike goes down. Asuna with one.
Wow.
Asuna looking for a second.
His sensitivity, man, like,
as Ethan gets in
so
on it as well.
fast.
Jesus.
I think he plays on high DPI. What someone told me.
There's a late lurk from Steel.
Still, it just looks like that dude has no control.
That's what he's gonna
But
do
he gets
on the
frags,
offense.
so he's got some. Clearly, it just looks like he's got no
Now
control.
has to show his prowess with
What
his
are
shot.
you guys
And there you
doing?
go. That's a nice start to things.
Just mauling
Winds
you.
it up.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, unable to
Give
They're
him
giving
some
the
fuck.
confidence
They're not
to
giving him
behind
any
him,
respect, and I hate it.
These will clinch
Give him
it.
some,
Sometimes it's
respect.
Though, so
You just
I feel like TSM
telling me you respected every opponent in CS:GO?
No.
no.
Not in NA, at least.
The real
Exactly.
business. The rifles are starting to come out.
EU is where you showed the
Yeah,
respect.
I mean, even C for TSM, it's a bit mixed. Now, Wardell opting to go for the Sheriff, 1 point away from the Bladestorm. Keep an eye on that. And for Hayes, he's going to have light armor, so are Drone and Subrosa not going to have the same thing. Meanwhile, Steel's going to have light armor and a Bulldog in the hands of Nitro, but otherwise, rifles and armor across the board. 100 Thieves have shown prowess early on the attacking side, and here looking to continue to add onto that as they fight for mid control.
They bought, right? This is their gun round?
Gosh,
Yeah.
it might
TSM. Ooh, look at this, dude. The walkie-talkie.
Sub-Rosa in kitchen knows not down low.
So they've hit a huge timing huge window to
Oh,
get
where-
some great position. See Sub-Rosa is going to come through at the same time as the drones. The bait
Wow.
Wow, well played.
Great from TSM.
WP on that
wow,
one.
That is awesome to see.
WP.
That's the help
Yep.
to now swing things in their
He
favor.
missed his.
These
Oh, that
are
sucks.
Gonna have to push off of that
Didn't
because
get both
TSM
of
are
them.
working out the info, and there comes the kill for 100 Thieves, opening up off the entry there through mid. And looks like
Still,
they
you
have
let
good
him in.
side
You play
control.
together.
Cutler is gonna have a lot of
So
mistakes.
solo.
Yeah,
There's a
Cutler
trade,
tried
now it's
there,
down to
but
Hazed.
Steele looking to get the spike down.
I thought that was a bad play by
Does have that lock.
Broza. I think doing that individual
Be
play.
interesting to see if they use it this early on. Might not even get a chance. The turrets there draw a little bit of attention.
Oh,
that's
oh
no!
The sheriff doesn't come through as well. Steele gets the best from him.
Wow.
Hazed alone in a 1v3. Now,
Oh,
no,
Timing.
never mind. I was gonna say it could be something potential, but a 4K from Steele. 100 Thieves take a 3-round lead.
If I were Wardell, I would be raging, man, after that one. That was really rough because if he picks up that kill with a nice, it looked like he was going to get it. It looked like he had a free target there. That's really unusual that he wouldn't find the kill there. Then, of course, a nice refresh. He's got a really nice high ground position. He can play off of his teammates' contact. They can play bait off of each other. And suddenly, you know, this 2v2 becomes incredibly winnable. So, for TSM, as you said, against 100 Thieves, it feels like in the clutches, they just don't quite seem to get the same love. But more pressure around the B-long position. Coming in here now from 100 Thieves. And looking just to clear out these spots. And
Bro, getting
so
arrowed.
looking good so
Oh
far.
my
Not
god.
really too much to contest this. Of course, TSM.
I don't know what TSM is doing, man. That guy's just so alone. Oh, it's an eco, I guess, but still, just alone. Bunch of individuals gaming.
Suna just got saved probably by that wall, honestly. Or not Suna, fucking... Yes, it's Suna, that's what I meant.
Get the spike down at the hands of Nitro. Hazed on a potential flank, but Steele
Nitro's
sniffs
rocking the
out.
dot.
The lurker gets lurked.
Old dotty cross.
100 Thieves try to keep control of the site. Paranoia is there. Nitro stays, swings. Wardell with the op again. Asuna takes care of Cutler, but again, that operator is still in the fold. It's still a problem. The lockdown being used as it's just down to Wardell.
That's a hard save. Over.
Yeah, and
Yep, easy to save his life. Never mind.
What are you doing?
Sticks around too long. and gets
Jesus.
punished.
Hold that ang and leave.
Unfortunately, that is just how it be sometimes in tactical FPS games.
Oh.
4-0 is now the score in favor
Oh.
of 100 Thieves. And TSM, they will be able to get a full buy.
Yeah, I don't know about that
Operator
one.
in hand for Wardell again, spelling everything, and
Right.
it's looking really nice economy-wise for 100 Thieves. They're off
Thoughts on
to a
TSM right now,
very
Mikey?
solid start.
Poop.
Poop? Okay.
Shifting attention to A this time as well at the beginning of the round.
And look, I mean, they're good financially, sitting pretty on the scoreboard right now. And for TSM, actually,
More aggression from Wardell.
I like this.
I don't mind it, though.
See if Wardell can connect onto anything. Really deep. He's got to spot the turret.
It's
Nice
rewarded and
shot.
falls
Steals
back.
out.
Big kill to get. Again,
Oh
as
my
we've talked
god,
about, you know,
Ethan,
Steele
what
has some
the
skills
heck
to
are
work
you
a lot.
doing, you maniac?
Especially in rounds like this with this
Did his
A
smoke
push,
fade mid? I think
Yeah,
that's
you
what
can
happened.
see
Like,
Oh, as he
took
peeked.
that- Yeah,
later on.
it was a little unlucky.
And they also won't have the benefit of his utility, the turret, nano swarms. And this is really interesting because you can see that 100 Thieves have recognized that TSM are playing retake. They
The
play
res.
So that's a lot of info. Of course, you know that Sage has to be there. That's 2 players now.
100
in
Thieves
mid.
takes rounds so
So, Off
slow.
the bat of this reset, TSM pulls everyone off of B initially. So now they don't know if there is a play into B or if the play continues to A, and if this is a fake or not. Trade comes through, and they are
He's just kind of
having to play
fucked there,
retake
honestly.
here. Although it has
So,
the
hitting
smoke,
one
now
is
you
pretty
can't
good.
Shoot the operator and
Oof.
He had a
also
dash,
deal with the
didn't he?
recon, so it's getting really
Think
awkward
so.
here now for TSM. As 100
Should have,
get
at
a
least,
nice timing
from what we
into
saw.
this A site. And now it's on the retake for TSM. This has been so difficult.
And you see Steele, who's been waiting back in the spawn the entire time. Now he's going to join in. So 100 Thieves being able to do so without one of the members on their squad in on the action. And it seems to be going sideways, of course, as soon as I say that. Sabrosa and Cutler get a kill apiece.
Sova.
But the spike has gone
Huge.
Just down to Hiko.
Swamp grenade, though, to stop
Paranoia's
it.
gonna push him
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Steele drops,
Cutler's
it's
making
down
the
to
smart
Hiko.
play.
He
Hiko's
can't ult.
He's been good at
Yeah, he
stuff
can't.
like this.
Oh, now he
Many
can
a
ult.
time he's good for
Hey,
one.
he still got
Teammate
it.
just
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
Tags up both.
Oh.
Look at the stick defuse and
Dude.
Nope.
Okay, so
Captain Clutch does
Thought he
it
got it.
Drone
again.
just
Hiko
naded
wins the
his
round
fucking
for 100
teammate.
Thieves.
It's just not fair.
Dude.
is it? It's this guy.
That was
It's
Cutler's
so
bad, though,
annoying
man.
to play against. The timing
Cut-
there
I
was
think that was
unbelievable.
Cutler's fault.
And Hiko is just gonna steal it. How many rounds does
Think about it. The only way they lose that round is if Hiko gets his ult off. Cutler went in before Hiko even thought about using his ult. Cutler had a misplay for sure.
Yeah. That was more on TSM giving it to Hiko to clutch than Hiko actually doing a good clutch. Even though Hiko played it well.
Just unreal.
Oh, absolutely, Hiko played it well, but they gave it to him. Their misplay got him that round.
It wasn't the Hunter's Fury, it was the Vandal, but either way the results
I mean, it sucks that he got naded too, because I think he would have killed Hiko. He couldn't see him in front of the paint shells.
It's a bad fight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's just sucks, dude.
I just think that was a Cutler bad play. I don't think it was a drone's fault at all.
That's a fucking tilter, man.
They're getting out.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything special. Obviously, at the beginning of the round, they are just holding
Wow.
positions in the
That's a
spawning
tilter.
ship just because they are expecting maybe a mid aggression, and they can play those headshot angles with their rifles, which is obviously very favorable. So this is a very good thing to do. But it almost
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like when you watched an NA match and you had like a tier 1 NA team going against a tier 2. That's what I'm seeing right here.
Feels like TSM is just really
No offense to the boys over at TSM, but it's a lot of experience on 100 Thieves, you know?
Against Luminosity, where they're able to turn their fortune and find a way to.
I thought it was gonna be closer than this, but I guess there is some rounds to play. They're calling it a fucking tack, dude. They need to take a breather.
It's not over yet.
Which is
Icebox is a toss. Fuck it. Toss it out the window, dude. Go next.
That's what I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna just guess. I don't know for sure.
All of Hiko's kills are from clutches, I'm pretty sure, except for like 2.
Well, he's gotten 6. 3 on pistol, 3 on this round right here.
Just took place. So Hiko, Cutler goes in
I
aggressive.
can't believe Cutler did that. That was so bad.
And then had that Hunter's Fury, just unreal, right? Like, you talk about and how important confidence and momentum is in this game,
So crazy
right?
you can
Like, if
clutch
you're
around
feeling
from
yourself,
there.
if you're feeling confident,
Like, have you ever
right,
thought about
it's
that?
a-
How crazy that is?
It
This guy's
seems like
where he buys
when you're
guns
feeling
and he
yourself
can
more
clutch
often
around
than
from
not, you
fucking
win
through the
that,
map
right? And 100
to
Thieves
the
just
bomb.
leans into that
It's crazy.
so hard.
This game is insane.
It seems to
All right,
pay off
TSM's gonna
so
wake up a little
often.
bit here. They're gonna wake up. They're going on the offense.
It really does. And we mentioned, TSM might find a way back in off of the ultimate. Definitely something to think about here. They have the Killjoy lockdown available, so it is something they can
Never
use
mind.
to not have
They
to
just
fight
put Rosa in
sides
that
and lose
spot.
potential kills
Oh, the
early
drone on
and they
Forge.
can instead play
On Forge.
He almost fucking.
Oh my
he just
God.
Says, fuck it. He says, fuck it, I'm going for the 1.
I love it.
Dude,
Dude, Asuna, you are just a
barely gets the rocket out in time to take
Rosa's
down
king.
got a good position, though.
Drone dies by yellow, and that's going to
Oh
be
no.
site that's now
Wardell
clear. They
dies
have
in
to
mid.
Very across the spike. It's not in position just yet, so still problems
If-
here potentially for 100 Thieves.
Oh, Rose is gonna win the
coming
round.
to completion on this
Yep.
spike.
Yeah, for sure. And then in Sub Rosa on the flank,
What?
the fact that TSM
What the
have
fuck?
3 ultimate
Hello?
Run out,
work with
baby.
hand.
Hello?
To add insult to injury, the spike is down in a precarious spot where 100 Thieves can't easily
Yeah,
get
Rosa
onto
won that round.
To really take. Still
Let's go,
has to for
Rosa.
that. Sub Rosa gives him the business, dismisses him as TSM continues.
Nick can
to pile it
take
on.
some guns
100
away.
Thieves
It's
just
still a
have the one
dub.
player left.
If Nick can get
Nitro left
2,
alone with 53 health, the dart
dude,
there, great swing.
he's
by
not gonna
Nick's
win.
so
He's not gonna
clean,
win the
man.
round. But if he can take one more gun away,
I mean, you're
that is
staring at
pretty
round
solid
number
overall.
I still think
Definitely.
that he can win the round.
there was no
I don't
ultimate.
think so.
I think
There's
there
too
will
little
be. Oh, there
time.
is, so
Bombs down
that
in
should be the
tube.
res. There should be.
Oh.
I mean, it's 20 seconds.
Oh.
so
Didn't see that
we're
one
almost
coming, did
gonna
you?
No, I did not. I did not see that one coming. But I
There's
still don't think they have enough
just
time. I think
they have to
that's
just
not.
get
It's
the
not
kills,
gonna.
There's no other opportunity to win
Wow.
this round. So there goes even
That's
takes
over.
out Sabrosa, one more player to find, but just playing the time and just not allowing this to even be possible here for Ethan. So interesting to go for the res there. I think that's just really just. I think that's one of those moves where it's a confidence thing, and not even necessarily confidence of winning the round, but just like we can get away with anything. We don't need the res. We can just get away with anything, and that's gonna feel pretty awful.
Good
to
round by Rosa,
TSM
dude.
that-
Yeah.
that
I mean, he
that
pushed
is a
through B.
situation which they can't even just crush. We can't just crush our way.
Remember how
And
everyone
it
used to
just
think he
sounds so
cheated?
good.
Everything seems difficult.
Yeah, back
and
in
that's,
CS. He had that one
psychologically
clip,
definitely
though,
an edge
like,
that 100 Thieves have
It literally,
over
I
TSM.
mean, remember everyone
Again,
thought Flush
they're
had cheated too?
experienced, and
Yeah.
one would expect them to not
It's
be
just a
too
couple of
affected
fishy
by
clips.
such
But I see that shit in
Well,
Valorant
even
and nobody
Sabrosa
says
there at
shit.
the end with the res.
Because
They're on
like
his
I don't know.
first
I guess it
run.
was just you or something. I don't know.
40, but
The amount of
because
times
he's
people
all
time.
flick on heads through walls, it happens all the time.
Look at Wardell.
At home,
Dude.
not able to get the ace. Everything
No! No!
for TSM here. Wardell goes aggressive steal, dispatches.
If he
it.
just sat there
Should have
and let them
my
pass.
God.
towards A. You see Sabrosa uses it from the shadows to get information, drops back, And for TSM here, I don't know that they know enough.
Bro, that is Spain without the S.
S is silent for sure.
Yeah.
A pretty unharassed plants there for Nitro, pulling back close plant.
Oh my god.
Is available for Cutler. He's gonna drop in there. Oh, hello.
He got him as that's crazy, dude.
With the fucking mouse one through.
Ooh,
how did Ethan miss that?
Ethan.
That's a huge kill for
Looked like it was on him,
It
but
did.
I don't know, maybe he sidestepped
You got
something.
Eco sitting up here in the nest. He's got his partner there in crime. Asana looking to try to find a way.
Oof, that timing.
That sucks.
Do it again.
Let's go. They're back, baby.
Dude,
TSM, you know, we were looking for them
like
to
that
find
has
some
to be
fortune,
so
and it's
tilting
just
for
happened. They
Wardell.
won the key opening duels, and
You just
it
see
led
the
to
sliver of
a
Raze's
pretty
head, but you
uneventful
cannot
retake.
connect a single
And
bullet
finally,
to it
they look
or
so
him.
comfortable.
They do, and I
But
think
if you
that
just play
this
like a little
feels
weenie,
I
you
know
literally
he
win
was
the round by
remembered, but
yourself.
I want to see it was a round later.
Just
than
not
where we
moving
saw
weight.
TSM
Oh,
really
man.
get going on Ascent against Luminosity, right? They dropped, I think, he may have been 6 rounds or maybe 5 rounds. But either
Maybe
way,
5, yeah.
Either way, like this is where TSM really turned the page on Ascent against Luminosity, and they're now looking to do that here against 100 Thieves on Icebox. They still
Little
have the
6-6
100 they have
half
the
incoming.
showstopper as well. We've seen Asuno with the willingness to really go balls to the wall and do some
Broke
pretty
his legs
aggressive
real quick.
stuff early on with the showstopper. We'll see if TSM is willing to do the same.
Oh, there goes the play. The showstopper's pulled out. That's going to create a lot of space as well, forcing those players back. Doesn't get maybe the value he was looking for, but still caught out on the lurk in mid by Wardell. It's going to create some sense of urgency here for 100 Thieves. There's 3 players for TSM around B long, and they're redroning this
I
position.
love it.
100
TSM's
Thieves
gonna win this
are in
round.
trouble if they decide to commit for this. And there's
Wow.
2 players spotted in this position.
Wow.
Oh.
Rosa finishing off both players.
Rose is
leaving
heating on up,
just
boys.
2 left for 100 Thieves. Yikes.
Yeah. And
Are they going
they're-
to clear this
you
corner?
know, interesting decision by 100 Thieves to commit to that.
Late clear.
Anyway,
Or flick, I guess.
right? Like even after the pick across the middle.
Okay,
them to
okay.
choose to go into B, knowing that there were a couple players there, and they just kind of almost like systematically walked into the.
They're heating up a little bit, getting a little warm.
I think either way.
They got the tilt out of the way, and now they're seeing the potential. They got the 3, and they're like, all right, we can do this, boys. We can do this.
Explode.
Yeah, it's interesting because I liked the attack on B long, the kind of just staying around there, just because I think that you normally would expect after the initial picks are won there that the defenders will go more passive because they don't want to give up more engagements like in forward positions. And so TSM doubling down there was, I think, something that 100 Thieves didn't expect. And that also is a show of confidence from TSM that they're not afraid to take these fights when they have the advantages, which is really important. That's like in terms of like a winner's mentality thing. It's I think a really important thing at the top level. And it's the slowest start here as we see, Steel dropping the alarm bot there in mid, in the dark cover. And, it's the start of the default here for 100 Thieves, trying to work
Steel's
with that
lurks,
control.
though.
And it's important, too, because when you clear
It'd
this
be
with a drone,
pretty crucial on this round,
you
it
put
seems.
you put the ball in the court of the defenders, who now they hear that drone.
Yeah, but they're aware of it. They have one deady to steal.
It's kind of up to them to then either recheck that and get the info.
Yeah,
back,
but they just
or
have,
see
he has to
for something
wait.
else.
But Rose is getting crazy. And he just,
did the same thing.
all right, never
across
mind.
The middle, right? Then shortly after that drone expires, Sabrosa.
I was like, did you see his beanie?
Yeah.
Like,
the defending team.
Steel didn't react, so he must not have seen
You
him.
kind of see here as well that it's kind of hard for TSM, even though they're up a player, to know what's going on. So they're going for a push with Sabrosa. They want that
Ooh.
mid-round, or well, it's actually kind of late round now, info play to figure out where is the
They don't even
rotation,
care.
because
They're
they
just
lost that
gambling
long
B and they'll play the
control earlier
retake
on, so
A.
They don't really know what's happening.
Rose is getting these
Giving up this
fucking
A
crucial kills,
site as
too.
well. And
Man.
100 Thieves will walk straight into this. So it does feel like this round is going to
They're
be
not
tough
even,
for
they don't
100
care.
Thieves, but they should
5v3
get a
retake on
close
A
one out of
with
it.
ults if they need
That
it.
said, TSM have Hunters
Don't
for
matter.
it, so they could deny it, and they may try to do that, and it's a high
Oh.
Asana to try to
Knifed out of the air.
getting position here.
Paranoia is going to come out. Asuna is going to get tagged up.
Ow,
TSM
a
up
shot.
from the
Little
top rope.
ballsy.
Sabrosa had a great spot,
Uh-oh,
but
you're
Asuna gives
taking
him the
these-
business. Nitro
Yo,
goes
res
well.
heat.
These
Oh, never
chaotic
mind.
moments,
It's
but
now.
Thief
Yes.
seems to shine. Nitro going to invest the res onto Hiko as they try to go into aggressive.
Hiko in the
Nitro
1v2,
gets
can he
another
do
drone,
it?
trades it out. Hiko has
If he
to
can get
back
one
up.
kill, he's got
No
ults,
Hunter's
and he
through
knows it.
shenanigans here, but he is 1 kill away. And Nanostorm's gonna come out. They believe it got to have no freaking way. Hiko does it again. He's got the Hunter's Fury, the shot darts
okay, Hazed whiffed right there.
Stops it dead in its tracks.
He wins the important fight though.
Wow. TSM,
NT.
really great retake there. That
this is a good match.
Really scary, as you said, like that one frag off the Hunter's Fury. Hiko trying to find a spot to reset, trying to find a way that he could workably use it, but really heads up stuff there from TSM.
Yeah, I'm really glad it's turning around like this.
And
I was worried it was going to be a 100 Thieves just round after round after round. Getting a little interesting now.
They played the default, cleared so much space in the first minute.
Rosa's popping off. These last few rounds,
impact.
A lot of impact.
And so with that,
Hazed has not warmed up yet.
For 100 Thieves. So we'll see.
I like to see my man going off, but he's having a rough game so far.
That was a very slow round, and once again, the default starts out with this B long pressure.
Yeah, and the slight difference from what we saw last time, no presence from Steel further up tube quite yet. But again, you mentioned the default. The smoke from Omen, the utility right in the middle, and then Steel tries to take some space away. But, this time we talk about the utility fight across B, which is often what we're seeing these two teams try to do is just go ahead, duke it out.
Are they both on screen?
See what can be drawn out.
I can't really tell.
Comes through, and then they
over at A?
This time it seems like 100 Thieves
No, one's under.
Much sooner.
Gonna break it for him. Okay, dude. You peeking for?
The drone was there as well. Excuse me, Wardell misses the first one, but he does
right,
not miss twice.
As soon as he's going for gold there. Spotted.
It's going to be a little bit annoying for 100 Thieves, but they still get the plant, so it's kind of a gentleman's
Little retake switchy.
TSM reset for position on retake, and the spike gets down on the side with 3 players for 100 Thieves.
Hiko has Rose is in the back so fast though.
They know.
He's sitting in mid this whole time.
He got spotted.
So Steel, if he finds a good timing.
Steel's on a huge lurk now. He's falling back, dude. This is wild. Looking at the radar, holy fuck.
Nitro though creeping through the dark.
Rose got to win some fights here.
And we actually see Steel going back here to try to find a way to help his team out. Hiko trades it at the very least, and Hiko, we know he has that Hunter's Fury, but so does Cutler.
Ethan was there. Ethan really goes big there. Nitro
pretty unwinnable now.
Cutler trades him out. Cutler alone in a 1v2. He's running out of time. I don't know that he has time.
You guys got moves, dude.
And Dan, it was really interesting because you saw Sabrosa use the From the Shadows to get back into the defending spawn, essentially over by A. Steel was holding the middle of the map, so he takes care of Hayes, and you see Hiko has to check that, right? That can't be left alone. So oftentimes what you'll see is
what I'm seeing, even though TSM has won, like they won those 4 rounds straight, you could still tell how much they fucked up winning those rounds. They're playing, they won those rounds individually, just like Rosa. But at the same time, they get a little too buck on some of those retakes, and they don't play together, and then it just falls apart. And I don't know. I just don't like to see that.
And I'm really loving the dark cover and alarm bot.
I just feel like they won those 4 rounds off of individual skill, not as a team. And I'm not a fan of winning rounds like that. But at least they're in the game. See, like what was that? Like what was that? That's how they're winning these rounds. And then when it stops working, it's gonna fall apart.
It's definitely not consistent. But I feel like they're just kind of riding that wave of like, oh, this is working, so let's just go with it. But it isn't consistent or sustainable.
To hold onto these side positions, but it's not working out all too well. Cutler though, he's still holding.
You're right though. What was that?
Wardell pulls out the Blade Storm.
No support. Rosa just gets fucking owned.
They're not down and out just yet though.
Oh, certainly not. Hiko gets the spike down. That certainly puts him closer to down and out as Asuna continues.
My guess is they already knew they're kind of like they were down so much and they already felt like they've lost. So they just decided, all right, like pug it up. But if they pug it up on the next map, it's not gonna be good.
We're gonna cut Cess on the mic with you at home, Doug, Dan. What are you looking for from TSM here?
They gotta find ways to win some of these clutches, man.
Good times.
It's really crazy because
sorry, math is hard, man.
There's a lot that they're doing well.
I failed math.
I failed math one time too.
Always be closing. Going to close those rounds out. And
but I
so far,
again, I
100
don't think
Thieves
there's really
definitely
much
have
math in
the
that.
bank, but we'll see on the pistol.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's going to be different. I like the sage wall.
The
on this
equation
A side.
isn't
I think
about
it's
math.
Really awesome on these pistols.
Wow, that wall. That is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Asuna got a fucking nade kill, and he got Drone got a goddamn fucking Roomba kill.
It leaves just one.
What is this wall? Oh my
At the
god!
very least, but Asuna,
That wall's kind of sick.
Yeah, it leaves only headies.
What a round, right? Like and you know, it really was well played because you see that.
That was Nitro's wall. Well, yeah, only Sage,
Roomba,
but
you see the ball
wild.
go by. It's not going to trigger you. They have no idea that you're there, and then as he does,
I don't think you could
swings,
jump
gets
over it
another
either.
It was well
look
played,
like
but
it.
it was a
Fuck.
chaotic pistol round to say the least.
Sorry.
Yeah, and it's definitely what TSM did not need to have happen. And you know, it's a really struggle. They have to, of course, you know, save now, and that's, you know, 100 Thieves on our 10 rounds, and you know, we all know how it goes. But we'll see if they can get off to a good start when they get onto that first gun
Out of
round.
there, Ethan.
No, get him. Get him. Take him out of the game.
Early aggression. We were actually just talking about how good
confidence
Ethan
it
has
is.
looked for 100 Thieves so far.
Oh.
In a roll,
Judge.
we're seeing a bit more out of him, going aggressively.
Punk
There. He
ass.
gets one, and then Sub Rosa swings on him. He gets another one. Asuna does as well. TSM on less than desirable weaponry falling apart here against 100 Thieves.
That wall's cool.
Yeah,
It pushes them
he's
pipes.
He's just playing the basics really, really well here. How he's holding his angles, how he's challenging, how he's you know, he's jiggling.
Go
spreading
next.
Information, clearing things effectively, just doing all the basics.
Let's
and
watch the gun
fundamentals
round
extremely well.
unfold.
And that's the
This
thing.
gun
You know
round's
that
for
this
the
guy's gonna
for
have
everything.
Just
For all
absolute
the Marbies.
cream of the crop level fundamentals. It's just building all the rest out.
Oh, I forgot. I
onto
need to
him.
get you a
As
pair.
time goes on, that will be, you know,
Pair
what makes a
what?
difference. And so far, it is, you know, just simple. Keep
Pair
it in
of
the air
pants,
and roll
dude.
with
No,
breaks and spokes,
a
power
pair
lines,
like the fruit.
holding angles. Like, it's just
Oh.
it's very reliable right now. What they've
You gotta
doing
eat
with
a pair,
defense, so
dude.
that's good.
Tell me if you like
100
it.
Thieves. But we talked about how important the first gun round is, and here we are.
We will see 100 Thieves riding a bit of a bonus. You see Steel with an Ares. Nitro has a Judge, but definitely want to keep an eye on that. But for TSM here, you've got, as you mentioned, your first gun round. This is where, you know, for TSM, you don't have very many windows left of being able to mount a comeback.
That's not gonna work.
On Icebox. This is,
They're gonna know you're there,
I mean, it's not.
and you guys are gonna be
entirely
stuck.
do or die, but it's pretty damn.
Oh,
Rats.
And TSM have found a hole here in the defense. They've managed to walk up towards the kitchen. Of course, there is an alarm bot there, but at the same time, they've gained position, even though they have allowed.
They're so smart. They're so smart.
Fucking
100
cool.
That
Thieves.
said, it's a nice
Man.
flank coming in from Asuna.
they're just
finds his
getting
way
shit
through
on.
the
Yep.
tube, and maybe TSM moving a little bit too slow, unfortunately. It's just hard to
Absolutely
know.
out.
And they would play the spike, and they have some ground towards this AB
Getting-
site, but unfortunately,
Oh!
it really did come down to being
Shoot
able
a
to hit
bot,
one of those
get a
shots. 'Cause Look
headshot.
at all the ground now that's able to be gained by 100 Thieves around the site.
Holy fuck.
So at this point, TSM have to hit some crazy shots, even to have a chance to plant the spike, and they are committed to the site.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something filthy just to get the same here, right? But for 100 Thieves, even with that in mind, the bonus, they lost one, but otherwise they're sitting pretty financially. Look, you see, we'll take a look and see if they choose to continue to kind of pad the wallets, or how they choose to play this out. Nitro still has the Judge. I imagine he's gonna buy up to full armor. I would presume. But either way, man, 100 Thieves, financially, they look good. On the scoreboard, they look good. And TSM, we talked about how
It's crazy to me that
may be
T1
do or die.
fucking own these
The
guys
window
on this
just
map.
continues to close.
Ooh, 100 Thieves?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Did they get a little
Surprise,
prack in, or
Sheriff looking to try to open things up again. You know,
or is
like
TSM
nobody
just
cares
not
about
as
definitely
good
the
on
bubble
this
up there,
map as
and
T1 is? I don't
I
know.
like that because, you know, obviously you see a lot of people throwing
Oh, yeah,
walls
the
in
ladder,
there, and it's
I would
just,
say.
it's just really bad, I think, to just throw walls without them being reactive, and it's such a strong piece of utility, I guess, easily wasted. It's good to see that that's not
The
the
Papega
use
fight.
case in this instance.
Spamming Deegs versus a
He's
fucking
going to be able to
Judge.
find the kill there onto Sabrosa, lurking around. And
Yeah,
again,
you're
we know
not
that the
planning.
weaponry is just not
Sorry,
great
bud.
at TSM. This is the reason the area is pretty... oh, right.
That's crazy that you
Pretty
thought
nice
you were
for
even
this
gonna get away with
position.
that plan. Are you kidding me? Like what?
Also deals with the walls pretty effectively. Oh, hello! Here comes Drone. He's got the Sheriff in hand, and he's really making it rain
Ace
at
clip?
this point. It's going to be difficult for him to
Sheriff?
get much more, though. He's going to
No.
try to jiggle it But unfortunately, 100 Thieves will get themselves to 12, and
Yep,
Doug,
go
it's
next.
looking like a foregone conclusion on map 1.
Yeah, it is. Now, we have a few moments. Dan, continue to break down the point you were making around the wall. Just dropping that wall instantly. What are your thoughts on that?
No Sage, no win.
So it's definitely something you see as a crutch in matchmaking, that people would just like wall things. But
Yeah, it's the Sage,
if
bro.
you just throw down a wall,
No, I mean, I
it can be
honestly
destroyed
think a
instantly.
Sage on this map is pretty
Which
crucial.
obviously is then you can just
For
reset
example,
afterwards as a team.
they
you deal with the wall, and now they just don't have that utility. You
if
wanna
a
make sure
team
it's
is playing
impactful.
retake B
So
like
that's
100
really the
Thieves is
question you've gotta ask
doing, and
yourself,
you
is
don't have a
this actually
Sage,
impactful? Is this actually stopping
how do
something
you
or
really
doing
take it?
something? And
you have to like
so,
you have to like
at the
brute
pro
force your
level,
way in.
every piece of utility is gold.
You literally have to
and
fight,
needs
and
to
that's what they're
be
gonna do
used
this
as
round. I
such.
think.
So
I think they're gonna
that's
fight.
really the best way just to
but-
think about it.
Flag
I
fast
love
again.
TSM here, backs against the
wait.
ropes on Icebox. 100 Thieves.
You're get flagged fast
are-
again, Mikey.
I mean, they're leaps and bounds ahead of
I don't
TSM
know.
as far as score goes. TSM having to play.
This is good. Get ahead of
as
it.
soon as
having to play
it's already up
perfect
mid.
Valorant from here on out, just to get us to overtime, and then
Clearing out the
to have
mid.
to
They're playing
go
this
through
right, I
that is
think.
obviously a difficult task in and of itself. We'll see
Oh,
what they have in store. They do have the showstopper. They do have that Hunter's Fury.
they're
What they
so
don't
fucked.
have is time.
It's kind of ridiculous as well how much Steel can do in terms of delay with the Odin from that position. Under tube, it's pretty disgusting.
playing
And you
Odin
see it,
from
he's just
range and
getting
owning.
free damage out of it, and also a kill.
Just can't play.
Damn the Odin, he's not even
Guys, you
He's
can't
not
plant
just
there.
holding
Use
down
your
that
fucking
block.
head. Hello?
He literally
fair.
wallbanged the guy at yellow
And he
too
goes
through
right
the
in
box
there.
Dude,
and through him.
If they're playing retake like that you know that's their setup. You have to get ahead of it. You have to fucking, you literally have to go
100 Thieves,
quickly.
They're looking so good on Icebox, but
Yeah.
this could have
Be
the
back one
makings of a slower pistol. Just noting by having 3 players here towards the B side of the map, but the spike is just dropped by top mid. So that suggests that TSM are going to feel this out a little bit before they decide what they'll be doing with that spike. And starts off with that mid control. The forward guard cover does allow 100 Thieves players to kind of get flush to those close mid positions.
100 Thieves has a map advantage too. I didn't know that. I guess that makes sense coming
the
from
orb.
uppers, but
Getting collected on the A side of things
Oh.
here. Again, we talked about stacking those orbs on the Phoenix, especially on this map. It's really powerful.
Right, and you're already seeing TSM prioritize that. They've picked up the spike, jiggled it, handed it off. Sabrosa, you did spot one player. I
Oof.
believe. Yep, 100 Thieves saw it as well. Ethan swings, takes.
Oh,
care of
God.
Wardell, tries to
oh,
get
nice
in.
bunch
He's
of
gonna
whiffs
get
into a
tagged pretty
nice
badly
shot on
before
Asuna.
taking care of
Jesus.
Asuna and getting away to safety. Kills traded on each side.
Yeah, quick reset into a fast rotation onto the B side.
Wait,
Onto that mid action. Oh, great.
am I an
stuff there
idiot?
from Drone.
I'm an
Nice
idiot.
drive
Holy
by
shit,
Drone
I
onto
literally
Ethan.
forgot
Will
that they
allow the
played a
bomb to go
map.
down onto B.
Woohoo!
Nitro. And he goes
It's like I
through
wasn't
now.
even there for Icebox.
Old CS veterans.
Oh my god, dude.
To see what they're able to
What is
accomplish.
wrong with
A
me?
recon dart is always great. You can bank it on that tree at the back. Get some good coverage of some of those positions. However, if there are players in the boathouse, of course they will be obscured from that recon dart. And they know there has to be at least one player in B main, given how many there are at the moment.
It's just buying time.
Wow.
Right, Cutler, as long
Smart
as he
by
can keep
Cutler.
Nitro entertained. If he
I'll
wins
come
the duel, great, and
all
even
the way
if he doesn't,
back.
he just buys himself time.
Triple peek and you
He's
dead,
all
Hiko.
alone. The floor beneath him, eating him alive. When Wardell swings out, takes care of him with the ghost. TSM win the pistol, and they do so, Dan, in pretty convincing fashion.
Definitely, and that's what you want to see.
It's so
Love this
funny,
series.
dude. I
We've talked
literally-
about it. I think
I
everybody's
watched
rooting for TSM to make this really competitive. And this is,
Wow.
of course, the way they
Wow,
want to
that
start
was
things
one of
off.
my bigger brain
Now,
farts of my life.
You know, we've seen Steel with some shenanigans previously with that Sheriff making things a little bit complicated on Icebox, but we won't see that here. And I'd like to see that 100 Thieves will be prioritizing their economy. And this should be a straightforward anti-eco for TSM. Now, we did see the anti-ecos working out quite nicely for TSM until they didn't, and that was the turning point for Luminosity. And so, if 100 Thieves have been watching any of TSM's matches, they will understand the pacing and the flow of TSM's movements. And you look at this beautiful, the ice orb onto
Good
tiles,
idea
trying
to play
just break
default
the
here, 'cause they're
timings
aggressing
and
mid.
Prevent TSM from working
Get nothing from
tiles
it.
and top mid at the same time.
And in that, you saw 100 Thieves
Sorry, I'm
take
back.
a lot
Hannah
of
needed help with
space.
something.
They posted up so aggressively.
Did you help her?
Towards the middle of
I
the
tried.
map, and
I don't
obviously
think I was any help.
What was the problem?
It's a rust overlay.
Really good about their chances over on B. Hayes has been there clearing stuff out. Now, as soon as he swings, not okay. It was just a hair late,
Stupid
right?
Shroud.
Like, if the smoke was there, it would have
I mean, robot.
known. He swings the turret spots.
Drone
and that's
robot.
gonna
Drone
be
robot,
easy
yeah,
for
true,
100
same
Thieves
thing.
to pull off. And now you see them start to rotate
Team
over.
diff.
TSM should be able to get on to be just fine. And
Wait,
it'll be
TSM won a
100
pistol?
Thieves
Let's
with
go.
Yeah.
Suboptimal weaponry.
Really
to
well
take
played
lead
by
out.
them, actually.
Yeah, this might get a little bit.
Did you hear me
crazy.
when I
We'll have to
said?
see if 100 Thieves can get an entry and
Never mind.
they drop a dark cover onto B main. There we go. It does start to get a little bit weird because do the TSM players in B main try to push out of B main, or they try to like hold on to this and just wait for as long as possible? And that's normally what you would want to try to do. And there is actually a flank coming through, and so the Broza will be able to help deal with that, or rather, well, he goes down, but it was the bait. So ultimately, it works out quite nicely. A lot of time.
Relatively clean eeks
Some good
from
damage done, though,
Heeks.
by
Yeah.
100 Thieves.
Yeah, and you know, for that, I love ultimately, like TSM gets out of there. When you put yourself in a position, how many times, Dan, have we seen a team that get on to B, that's great, they assume their post plants, but they huddle up in Boathouse, and especially in a situation like that where you want to ride the bonus into the next round and really blow up your finances, you get stuck back there. So for them, the round win, great. But the fact that they were also able to get out and survive and not lose anyone to the spike going off and potentially hurt their economy even more, I think is...
Damn, the
that's
double
icing.
bulldogs, the Spectre.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Don't like those
We
guns.
see the full buy
but
round
it's a
from
bonus.
teams, and it might be a fast look here coming in from TSM in B main, heavy B main presence. And they're farming the orb there.
You're on his ult too, with that Orby.
And this is something that 100
Huge.
Thieves will know. And 100 Thieves, they played A main actually. So they
Ooh, they're
they
pushing A
understand
main.
They can push A main because
They're
they
falling
got
back
the
to
orb
A
picked
too.
up on B. They're expecting a run it back play, which means that the rest of the team will be there to run behind.
Oh,
they're crazy up
Oh,
here.
shit.
For free.
True.
The rotation coming in as well. So they
Loses
should be
the duel.
expecting to run into something. There's Hayes with
Ooh,
one.
as soon as
The transfer
massive
is
there, 2 for
pretty
2
good
there.
From Asuna. Picks up a second, and they get the
Do they
info.
clear
3
this,
versus
Mike?
3, and he goes hiding.
They have to, right?
He's gonna get a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Something special here.
They don't.
Oh, no.
They don't.
Nice shot.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh, God. That was a big fight right there.
In the ult, able to take
He had a
care of
molly,
the
man. They
rest
could have
of
cleared
the
that
site.
easily.
He's gonna come
Yeah.
back. He's gonna pick up the spike, and now he's left with the decision, right? He knows that they have some mid control at the hands of Sub Rosa, or he can commit to A.
They see
Looks
him.
like
They know he's
running
there.
off, and this,
Right?
my dear friend,
They're gonna leave him for
is an
Ethan.
awkward situation.
Oh, my.
Right in the back of the head. The nice shot.
God.
Well, the spike's
Okay.
down. Everything goes in favor of 100
Ethan
Thieves
gets a
as they
free
take the
too.
first round.
TSM really overthought that.
That's like
Yep.
so hilarious because
They outplayed themselves
it
right
actually
there.
looks like
Yep.
Happens all the time.
TSM with that position in pizza think that they have the 100 Thieves' number,
Right.
but 100 Thieves knew that he was sitting there in pizza the whole time because Ethan's just holding this, so it ends up being actually an anti-play if as
Dude.
it were, and 100 Thieves come out.
Now that I
wicked,
just
so
thought about
I
this,
love the rotations,
I
that was
didn't
really
think about
fun.
this.
Just
Someone said in my
can't
chat,
credit
but
the fact that
Steel
100
running
Thieves
away
hit the
caused
pick
that
on
to
B main,
happen.
and they read so much info from
Like
that one
he
ult
knew
pickup,
that he was
just
there,
pushed Gelato
and he
to
let the
success.
dude hear him running away from
And keep in
spawn.
mind,
Mhm.
This round isn't gonna
God,
be
that
the
was-
case, but we've seen Nitro
Steel's so fat.
want to
Yeah,
move
Galaxy
In the
brain.
head. In the head. I don't mean, like,
physically, yeah.
Physically, he's lean, mean, rocket machine.
Go off really kind of opens things up. You can move with a very heavy degree of confidence. It may not have been there previously, but I want to keep a close eye on that because what 100 Thieves can do there is they start to condition TSM, right? Like, we know they're going to push A. We know they're going to push A. You start to invest some resources that way because you have to respect it, and then you can either hit into that or swing elsewhere.
I'm liking some of the early round tactical choices here from 100 Thieves. Like,
That's funny. Now they're scared of that A push because they did that round. They're always going to be thinking about. Oh,
But TSM slowing
Through the
things down,
smoke?
moving towards mid now. There's a setup here on Catwalk.
Ew.
Good there with
Huge
shock darts,
nano.
be able to find one frag with that, and setup here on Cat is
Force
still
Sub Rosa through and gets a freebie, but Wardell's in the back.
Wardell's gonna have to push forwards to do that. Nice.
Crispy.
Double headshots coming out of the Blade Storm, and now with that
What a
said,
fucking
2
shit
versus
show.
2, time is of
Oh,
the
no.
essence. There's the pickup of the frag to get passage to the bomb. Spike now is
Oh,
available.
my
Oh,
God.
not anymore though. That's so disgusting from Hayes. Straight in
He has
Nico's
no-
face.
He has no idea. He's expecting
It's
Steel to be on bomb. Or not Steel, I'm sorry.
Nitro, yeah.
I can look at Killjoy, I think Steel, but I was supposed to be looking
He
at
couldn't
Steel.
have known though. There's no way to know where he was.
Pretty action-packed,
Gamble.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Dan, I think you said it best. He didn't have time, right? Like
No,
that
like
was
actually
the
had no
difference. Like,
idea
in a
though.
1v1
There's
situation
no
like
way.
that,
There's so low
you
time too.
have a little bit more room to
I couldn't
work
even see
with
the
where
time
you
because
can
it was
kinda
red,
play
I
things
think.
out and kinda play some mind games.
I don't like that
You
it's
have an
red.
opportunity
Not a
to make
fan.
some magic happen, but in that situation, the spike was
I'm
down.
colorblind, you
He
know?
wasn't anywhere near it initially, and then the clock continued to tick away, so his hand was forced, really, and as we mentioned, that's going to tie things up at 2 apiece. TSM here on the attack, they've got the lockdown, so they have the opportunity for something. They're also stacking pretty heavily towards A, Wardell,
Boomer vision.
the tip of the spear.
It's hard to see though, for real it is.
There, that's the cue. Asunu tries to swing to punish it.
Oh, fuck.
And he drops.
Blind ult gets one.
What's going on?
So
A lot of
timely
fighting.
wall there to deny
Not a lot of
entry off
exucado.
the back of the
I don't know.
kill there from TSM.
What?
Droning past, trying to get
Dude, don't
some
even
info on
question
some of
it.
these close
Excommunicado?
positions.
Yeah.
Did he just wallbang him?
On site,
No, I
though,
didn't.
it's going to make life difficult.
I was just
Drone
saying
doesn't care
execado,
about
like
taking down
execute, but I
Nitro
didn't.
quite easily.
Don't question it.
It's now gaining some space for his team, and
Wow.
it's still not clear if they are going to try to commit initially off of this, but
Ethan.
Drone has the backside. Still
Such a
on
good
the site.
maneuver.
Finally,
Jesus.
they announced their presence.
Just-
was just
waiting for
tapping
the
out
perfect
the
moment
boys.
to come out of those
Steel is
defensive
still
spots
at
to
B,
go
by
for
the
the
way.
aces, and now
Spike is
Rosa,
down.
he will certainly
He doesn't want to
be,
get lurked on, man. What do you
Spike
mean?
is down.
never shut down to just prove that
He's not
fact.
trying to get lurked on. He'll never get
Tapping
flanked. He's like
away,
Tyler.
and Hiko has knocked him down to 41 health. There's just very little to do here now for Sabrosa. Ethan finally announces his position too, and again, that's just a masterclass in patience from 100 Thieves.
And I apologies, I misspoke earlier. It was the Asuna's swing there was great, right? The Hunter's Fury comes out from Hiko. Asuna swings at just the right time to try to catch him slipping, but Wardell, who was not in the initial lineup of the Hunter's Fury, holding that angle down with the op, he gets punished. But as you said, that wall is huge, right? That stuffs everything. They finally break through there, and Ethan, who I'm pretty sure he didn't move for that entire
Rose is having a quiet map.
round, right? Like once he hit that corner, he was just stuck.
It's only 5 rounds.
You
know?
really set that
5 rounds,
ways
5
even more. Very well played
Bad.
by 100 Thieves. You mentioned the
Ooh.
patience.
Ooh,
that was a
he wants the
horrible
nade.
Love it. The Ice Orb again combined with the
No.
pain shells to try to punish the
Anything
orb
with that
pickup.
util.
That you can see they're really trying to time it. And it's causing problems for sure. And it's going to buy time where they're stuck trying to get this orb play that allows the
They
drone
just
to go
know.
for a
They know
catwalk.
they're grouped here.
It's been completely clear.
They can
still
smell
know
it.
that there's players around A main.
Smell
with
it.
being totally clear. Right this second, they're still very, very...
Good call. Leave it.
They feel like there's a huge sense of urgency towards A
Don't
main.
bother. No
But now that
need.
there's time gone by, they sense that there's time for that rotation, and so you can see that Hiko
I
is
said
putting some
later,
attention
I'm not going
towards
A main,
a
I'm
tree
going
position and
cat.
catwalk again. So 100 Thieves, reading the pace of the rounds
Never mind.
pretty effectively with their positions.
Actually, we're going
Using
mid.
the wall to
Going
have
mid.
all their attention on A main as well, and now it's down to TSM to break this tree position.
They don't have much as far as weapons go. They do have their end back in the lockdown. Be interesting to see.
No way.
Man,
It's all right.
Hayes turns around, swings, gets into business, dispatches him.
Ethan and Steele, they got it. They got it. They got it.
As well, TSM
Bro normally does not miss
where
like
Wardell
that.
has just a sliver of health, but Cutler shock dart equalized things at 3
Oh.
apiece. Steele pushing him through the smoke. He's gonna get a chance at one. Rosa pushes back.
Ooh.
The problem is the
Kill.
clock continues to tick away. Nice shot from Cutler with the Sheriff. 9 seconds left on the clock. They have
Holding
to go.
the line,
Wardell trying to
Cutler
get
is.
the
I don't
thing
know,
down.
but
Cutler
whatever.
drops. Steele goes in. The spike does drop. Steele with the shots. TSM just down to Sabrosa.
Oh.
On the other side of the smoke, one.
Rosa's waking up.
Down to 1v1. The Paranoia's gotta come out. The
Paranoia
Paranoia
misses,
wins,
and that's the reason he
Steele
lost.
Bro,
swings for
paranoia
40K,
sucks now. Stop
wins the round
trusting
for
it
100
blindly.
Thieves.
Jesus.
A great performance there from Steele. You'd almost think that in that 1v1, you'd want to be tighter to the wall, and I think that's why the Paranoia was in that spot to kind of cover Steele, trying to
was
dodge
about to
and
win
be,
that
you know,
too.
safe,
As
but
I said, he was
Steele,
having
like,
a tough
fully
go.
committed, and that allowed him to completely.
So the 1v2
Dude,
impact
Rosa didn't
threat.
need to do that. Play the
Great stuff
bomb,
there
you
from
know?
him. And again, I think
Fuck.
Paranoid
TSM
and just
as well. What
sat.
they did was really smart.
Didn't
They
need
had a
to
very
fucking
slow
swing
pace
it,
to
you're
their
right.
round. Eventually,
Just
they
trusted
are
it.
walking up cat, and it's feeling like it's going to be an A hit, and they've completely cleared out any vision of tree with the dark cover.
Bro,
They have
like people
also,
literally.
Hayes there trying to sell it.
If
At
Rosa's
that
on top
time,
of scoreboard,
you have a huge
Rosa
opening
God.
in the
If
mid
he's
to
on the
Bs,
bottom,
but-
Rosa sucks.
that still didn't
Christ,
work
man.
out.
Welcome
The
to
IQ.
chat.
The IQ, brother.
Coming through again, and 4-2 an advantage now as we move into this round, and It's a somewhat familiar start.
Wardell's in a
Presence mid, presence A
spot.
main.
Gonna kill the jump spotter, maybe?
Hayes looking
No
after
jump
B
spot?
main
Never
as
mind.
well for TSM. Trying to see if 100 Thieves will give them anything early, but 100 Thieves less active than some of the previous rounds. And in seeing nothing there around A, you actually maybe think that there is a setup on tree. And that there's a retake play coming in. And given that there 100 Thieves have a lockdown, that is the case. So TSM have enough information to know that it's all about tree control for TSM's for 100 Thieves' defense.
Actually playing site.
But they do have
You should run.
Oh, we got a Venn diagram.
There's the
Oh,
lockdown.
one gets killed.
There is a
Some
counter to
interesting
impact, but
alts.
TSM has the ace in the hole that 100 Thieves does not, and that's the 100.
Venn diagram being made. A lot of fucking circles on the map.
Try to get on the
Steel?
site, and there, your friends, is that Hunter's Fury. That's going to take care of the
Okay, well,
lockdown.
Steel
Meanwhile,
is
Steel
just
was one of the
hiding.
ones
He's
who-
fine.
That's going to give
30
TSM
seconds
license
left.
to get
Ethan
on the
died
site.
on
So
site,
Broza
that
gets
sucks.
all the way in.
What?
As he gets up top, he's got a chance
What?
at something great.
Okay,
Here's
as I
something
say that,
special.
Sabrosa goes for the
Third,
fast,
line
dude,
him
the
up and knock
impact.
him down. Sabrosa comes big.
Went for
looking for
4,
the
I
fourth.
love
Austin's
it.
going to trade him out. He's left alone.
Yeah,
A
Sub
man
Rosa
on an
sucks, right,
island
guys?
in a
Shut the
1v4.
fuck up.
Asuna with 8 health left too. He's going to swing. Great timing as he takes care of drone. But again, that is just one of many steps he's going to have to take if he wants to win this round for 100 Thieves.
That was some unorthodox killjoy
Charging up
ults
his ultimate
from
with
both
some
sides.
Additional kills
Yeah.
is it's going to be very valuable.
What? They were trying to like outbrain each other with it. I don't know.
Find
There's like some
something extra
strats
there, as
behind
you say,
both.
just squeezing out as much value as possible. Might not be too much left to squeeze out. And you got to credit 100 Thieves for just recognizing off of that drone info on A. Like it's all well and good for us to sit here with the bird's eye view. We have all the information. I can be like, the tree setup is what the defense is playing for. And you look at that, and then you see that they actually drop a lockdown in mid to pull the Killjoy out of tree so that they don't have the timings that they need to actually successfully retake, and that creates a space which completely destroys that setup. So it's actually amazing how intelligent that is from TSM to do that.
Oh no, the Bucky.
100 Thieves going a bit aggressively here. They've got the Bucky, and well, it's not going to be in commission for long. Hayes.
It's an eco,
aggression,
whatever.
it's fine. You see the dart. I believe there was a paranoia as well. Either way, well handled by TSM.
And 100 Thieves actually have a res available here, so unfortunately, it's not a very resable position, kind of deep on B main. And I like this in the sense, I'm not sure how much it factors into the decision making, but finishing on a D play here does deny that
Patience.
res at all.
I love it. Patience.
They'll actually catching the
back.
rotation there.
Cheating.
cheating.
He's cheating. Oh, cheat. Whoa.
She's cheating.
Oh.
Just
Allow
happened.
TSM
Let's
to
get the
an
witch
extra
hunt
kill.
going.
And the thing is about that is
Worked
that
out,
they know
boys.
that 100 Thieves know exactly what they're doing now, which is why they have that forward.
Oh my
position in the first
god, he
place.
just spammed
And
both
you know,
of
it doesn't
them.
really matter if
Hello?
Have Sabrosa spraying through the smoke and landing 2 headshots.
Clean
Always very nice
ass
to see.
Eco
GG
round.
frag it right at the end.
Anti-eco,
There,
I
but 4-4
mean.
is the score is yet TSM, finding some success here, Doug. They're looking a lot better, and I think it's that previous round with the lockdown thing that impressed me very much. That's just a reminder of how well TSM can read the game.
Yeah, and that, I mean, you really, it's fun to, and oftentimes at this level, it's easy to point to like one round where things go sideways, right? Like we did it on this very map with TSM and Luminosity, where we pointed to that one specific round and then things turned very quickly. That very well could be something that has a drastic impact on the landscape of this map. As we're tied up at 4-piece, TSM
Nitro's
here
fucking
showing
ballsy,
a
man.
bit slow, but they're showing something towards B. You see that smoke.
I love how
across the
confident he
middle,
is.
Much like we've seen before, Waddell's going to take Cat. TSM in control of the middle of the map as they follow.
Timing. Oh.
Man, that was like a
Pretty
millisecond
scary
off of
though,
being
lots of
disastrous
presence
for
there shown by
Ethan.
Waddell, even if he misses the shot. Also movement coming in from TSM though towards B main at the same time, and mid as well. So it does.
Steel
feel like
gets
this
an
kind of thing
aggressive
for 100
aim
Thieves,
pick.
especially with that push from Steel, that
Ooh.
info play. He picks up Hazed, and Hazed has been lurking. So that's a huge tell.
Right, Steel isn't
in
using a
the hands of
shotgun.
100 Thieves as to what TSM are doing. So TSM are
usual
in a
go-to.
weird spot because they're going to be
B split, Omen TP's back boathouse, or are they just going to do it dry?
So it's
Interesting that they're sending Wardell on the market side of things.
Doing it dry. This spot's actually kind of nice. Wow.
Without and the fucking assist team, Jesus.
That was actually a sick wall. I like that.
You mentioned that
Actually been really good with those, I've noticed.
Yeah, Nitro's walls in this BO3 are way better than the last BO3 yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. They just knew exactly what was going to happen, and it's such a dance in terms of the information.
I wonder if they came up with some new shit, or it's just working out better today because they're actually falling into the wall, you know? The only time you'll feel the importance and impact of a wall is when there's actually people behind it.
And your opponents will then be able to
They're coming to that site or whatever.
It can get tricky. And it looks like we're going to start with off here for
Cheeky
TSM.
spot
A lot
last round.
more presence towards this A main position.
Whoa.
And the orb is collected. They're onto
Weird. That was weird.
Doesn't get the run it back off that, though.
I think it was double paranoia is why. Oh, Steel is
flood
fucked.
onto the site. Hayes, there's Steel, excuse me, had to look at the Ono. And he
I don't really like
Ethan
any of
trades
that,
one out as well.
honestly, from 100
Oh no!
Ethan should have got the kill and TP'd.
But TSM
But
have
right.
gotten onto the site.
Oh my God.
Well done. High Warlord, rank 14.
As Cutler gets spiked
Security
down,
ult?
he's
Nope.
gonna use the
He
lockdown
decided
as well.
against
This
it.
round
And good decision because he
Great
doesn't
round.
need it.
good for TSM.
Yeah, it's a good thing that he hesitated on the lockdown in the end.
Great round.
Like it's going to be a pretty easy cleanup with all said and done. Great stuff there from TSM. As you say, you know, really cool entry. The way that the timing worked out, because the pace was much quicker than it normally is, Steel was not really expecting to be caught in the way that he got caught. He was really out of position. And as you say, that Omen ult was a very strong punish for Steel. He's there at that timing the round by himself.
Right.
So fantastic punish coming in from TSM to equalize the score 5-5, and this really is a close game at this point. A couple rounds left in this first half, and again, you know, if you guys missed the first map, TSM got blown out of the water.
Wow, Hayes is farming right now. Jesus.
To stand a chance to qualify for Masters.
TSM has a lot of ults here.
Let's see supports
Three
farming.
ultimates in the pockets of TSM, 3 impactful ultimates as well. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves currently don't have that same luxury. No heavy aggression, and you know, it was interesting. Steel had played the op on this exact same spot. The
Joke's
previous
over, you're
round.
dead. He knows he's here too.
2 rounds ago, now gonna have the Vandal drone using the run back.
Ooh.
Exactly where to peek. What value
30.
out of that run it back as he takes care of 2.
I feel like you just want to save here,
Yeah,
right?
that's
like,
really
I
awesome
would
to
just
see from
call it
Drone,
early.
completely clearing out the ace.
You could try to fish for one. Try to fish for a kill here. If you get one, maybe go for it. But
fucking
huge win. If they can
shotgun,
save
so
that for the next round,
you will get one.
that's
Wow.
with a huge punish. Really working on a retake here now. Here comes Nitro from the back on Cat, but
all right, that's the say. Never mind, he's got a judge. Who cares?
Asuna trying to do what he can with the satchels, but TSM
They get
convert,
one,
and
but
indeed, actually the lockdown will be burned right at the end, but still looking good here for TSM. Late
They security
recovery in
lockdown.
this round,
Yeah,
so
they
it's
didn't
looking
need the
strong.
Killjoy ult, but they really wanted that round.
Yeah, this was my concern. 100 Thieves. They're
Damn, their
broke,
money.
bro.
Wow.
They don't have any money. They're gonna bring in a Bucky.
2
yeah.
Buckies, a judge, a sheriff, and
but
1
because
rifle.
they don't have
It's looking like that save call should have
what
been
they
called.
want
Yeah, they
to
should have
go into
saved.
this final round and a half. Meanwhile, TSM, they're gonna have an op in the hands of Wardell, and they're gonna have rifles across the board. And I mean, they're sitting on so much money they could buy probably 2 rounds of everything at this point and be fine. But certainly not ideal here if you're 100 Thieves. I want to keep a close eye to see how they play this out, even given some of that deficit. The battle between Steel and Hayes on a long continued.
Are you still signed to any orgs?
No blood has been
I mean, if I was,
Yeah,
they would have the
you
worst
worry if
contract of
you're
all time because
TSM on the kind of
Do you see any org promotion from me? Imagine that. Imagine being signed on an org, but the contract is just so bad in the org's favor that the person that signed doesn't say anything about it.
Ooh, that timing sucks, but double peek in mid is massive.
Wardell actually just gets
Wardell
caught on a
loses
horrible
life.
timing. It's just unfortunate. You just can't predict that. And that's going to be a way in for 100 Thieves. Now, again, we talked about having your options limited. And right now, the options are very limited for TSM because they have lost mid control. They have the only control they have is B main. And so they're almost forced at this point to reset with no time on the clock and run to A or through mid.
This is not looking good for TSM this round.
There's no good option right now for TSM.
Their time is low. They're kind of scrambled. Killjoy's back at fucking mid. There's like half a wall in B.
They're suggesting the reset into mid or into
Nitro
mid
probably still has
they're going
Sage
back to
slows.
mid.
The second any presence is shown.
TSM has...
Oh, nope.
All right, this is going
Nitro's got a Teagle.
Nitro gets one.
He gets
with the
one,
Sheriff.
too.
He'll drop it.
Rosa plays no
drops as
offing
well.
on wide
It's just
swings. I don't like that
onto
either by
Cutler.
Rose.
He gets onto the site. He is not going to get the spike down. He is going to swing. Takes Kirihiko. But
They
he's gonna
they
drop
won the
judge.
scuffed
18
by.
at the beginning proves to be too much for TSM as 100 Thieves take the last round of the half. Folks,
I'm trying to think, what would you...
The closing half
I
of a
think maybe
set.
the right call is when they saw their money and they saw that their buy was going to be really, really low, maybe think about doing some sort of mid split, some mid walk maybe, just literally walk all the way to their spawn and just go for range fights maybe. I don't know. Just challengers.
As we're 5 seconds
Whatever.
away from seeing how things play out. Now a quick
They have another chance, right? No. This is it.
down 1-0, losers.
This is the losers
TSM
bracket.
wins, they go
So
on to master. Or well, TSM wins, we force map 3. TSM loses, 100 Thieves goes on to masters. TSM out for the tournament.
Yeah, really fast approach here from 100 Thieves, straight through to Mark.
ooh, they could smell Rosa.
Oh, he wants to find that timing on the flank.
They were aware of it too.
Is
If
he
you
gonna
walked
work?
through, you would have died.
In the meantime,
Nope, it is going to get
Holy
smoked.
shit.
As I say that, 3 players
Look at
dropping
Steel,
instantly
dude.
for TSM
Keeping
on site.
these
And
people at
it's
bay.
looking like a
Spawn
scary
and
prospect.
fucking
Steel
top
Well,
mid. They were so
They have all
scary.
the info. They know one's B main and one's mid. Huge.
Like,
And down to Wardell here.
Steel didn't even need to do anything. He just had to stay alive
Just
there.
have some
Yeah.
assistance coming
And he
through.
just won the round. Or helped win the round, I guess.
6.
I mean, he got enough info.
But I don't like
But
the look of this.
still,
This
if he
is
stayed
tough.
alive a
They're
little
both
longer, it
gonna
would have
be
been
coming
a
from
security.
main.
This is going to be a
Holding
rough
tight to the
retake from
side.
TSM. They just know we're both of them are, dude. Oh, man.
For 100
They have no idea.
I mean, they kind of have to huddle in. And TSM
Okay.
go in.
A little unnecessary, but hey.
Dash across. 100 Thieves holds them
I didn't really
off.
see
They
any
win
way
the
that they were winning that round from that position.
That's a good start.
The only way is if the enemy team throws the round
So,
by
he's always
overextending
like,
and
you know,
peeking.
Very fast mids, and then to market pushes. It's always a lot of fun. And
And I can tell you,
it's
100
pretty
Thieves,
simple.
100
Well,
Thieves
you
ain't going to
can
overextend and
quite
overpeak.
Be able to split up the defense quite nicely and not have to force your way through the B main choke point altogether. And you know, we're going to get. There's no
Wait, why
Ares
does
on
Masters
Steel.
not
I always like
matter
the
in
Ares
Shroud's
trade-off in
eyes?
these
It does.
situations.
That's
He's
exactly
one
my
of those
point. My
players
point
that
is
he'll use all of
Masters
those
is the only thing that
weapons.
matters.
Like the guy in the
So
Ares
after
will go
today,
which
nothing else
spots to
matters.
find,
You feel?
To use those weapons and
For
always a
this
big-
tournament specifically, for challengers.
Nothing doing here. Also, no shenanigans, no Ares from, you know, we usually see a Sova playing
I've been
B
Sag
with one of those weapons. Certainly
all
not gonna be
fucking
the case
yesterday and
either
today because of T1.
from
Now I'm about to be Sag for TSM.
Yeah.
There's too much Sag going on.
But at least you can root for 100 Thieves.
is open.
True.
But you see,
I mean, I am rooting for
see
TSM in this,
as
but I
soon
do
as that
think
utility went
100
out,
Thieves
you
is gonna
saw
win it,
Cutler,
if
you
that
saw
makes
Wardell
sense.
rotate back over towards heaven to
I mean, you
defend
could accept the
that
fact
position.
that they
You see
are
Smoke starting to stack up
looking
there,
like the
fully
better team in this
convinced
BO3.
that
Yeah,
just something
100%.
is
I
happening
can,
over on
from a
him.
rational standpoint, like, yeah, 100
Yeah,
Thieves is
they're
looking
not
like a
willing
better
to go
team.
out and get info because they have B main.
But it
control,
ain't over
so
till
they're
it's
just gonna
over.
sit on A, and the B main control is going to be have to be everything, because if they push, then they're in a spot where they're going to likely give up a frag. So they're just pushing it to chance right here on TSM, and sometimes it might work out. Classic, not quite getting the frag that Drum was looking for.
30 seconds left.
But he has bought enough time here.
It's
especially with
exciting
this
time
dark
for
cover on
Valorant.
B
So
main
many
position.
people
They're gonna have to
watching
force
He's
these
trying to get out of there,
matches.
dude.
Masters will
Otherwise,
be
they
fun to
allow the
watch.
defenders of TSM
Glad
to
to
get
see the game
rotation
getting
in
This
the
angle's
line.
fucking
Esports
sick.
makes
Hello?
the future going
Dude,
well.
Nitro,
That's
man.
lovely there for Nitro. Bulldog able to get some
Oh
angles,
my
but needed
God.
a little bit more space to play with. They're actually going to challenge that angle.
Dude, Nitro and his walls, man.
100 Thieves will be
Nitro's
able to
walls
pick
have
up
been
there.
huge.
Yeah, there we go. TSM. They,
Thank you for the
unfortunately,
donation,
got
Wes.
kills out
Thank
of
you,
it,
thank
but
you, thank you.
ultimately, 100 Thieves played that pretty well, and we moved to 8-6. Now into the rifle rounds. A couple Spectres and Bulldogs will still be hanging out, though, but ultimately...
I mean,
this
honestly,
is,
it's a big thanks to
this is where
Nerd Street
TSM needs to
Gamers for
start
letting
with
me
their
watch.
mark, and it's always hard.
They were
They're
super
on the
chill about it.
defense
They just
around
said,
100%. It is
add the
hard
banner,
to take
bottom
points.
right.
Ginger ale.
Yeah, I
That's
wanted-
it.
so
I was like,
he
okay,
saw
I'm down.
the ice orb into the nades. Keep a close eye on that on B main because Asuna's 1
Don't know
point
walled.
away
Sag.
from
What's up?
having that showstopper. So I wonder if they're going to play for that. To see the smoke coming out.
Sorry, I had to don't know wall you back.
Got it.
Do you like rail?
No ice
Rail?
this time around. Looking to be
No,
a bit more
ginger.
quiet about it, but that's certainly
Ginger
still
ale. I haven't had
what they
ginger ale in
want. Asuna's
forever,
gonna get
dude. That's a
his
Canadian
hands
thing.
on that showstopper.
We can one right now.
Is,
Canada's
like,
Canada
that
Dry.
is a game around
Canada
Canada
Dry.
Ultimate, especially in a situation where the attack is trying to ride
Ginger
the waves
ale.
and
Jesus.
really ruin the opponent's economy. That's a
I love
big
ginger ale.
Ginger ale was my
Yeah,
home
we see
remedy
the reset
for
off of
stomach
that-
aches.
That B main
Works.
or pickup.
The American one is 7-Up or Sprite.
Moving up to catwalk
Carbonation's
and-
really
and
good for stomach
It's just
aches.
enough to just pop the showstopper and not even fire it, and it will clear out players from positions as they fear getting caught by it. So that kind of power to that ult, as well as you see it with the run it back, where people will run away from it because they don't want to fight it. It's the same kind of effect. So we'll see.
What is 100 Thieves thinking
we'll see a
here?
look on that, I think, around this tree position.
Asuna gonna ult
possibly.
up
It depends on
to garden
what
or to
setups they
site?
otherwise would like to use. So it's
Site.
all about also in this game.
I would
understanding
Might not
Assume
even
site.
ult actually. They might
what is
just.
the
Oh,
best
there it
never
is.
mind.
utility.
Right, it
And
is
the
as well.
ability to use
You
the
will
Dead.
skip
entry
trade.
there.
Yep.
Asuna able to get it off onto Wardell. That's a huge pickup as well. Wardell not able to dash away in time.
Uh-oh.
However, TSM looking to hold on to
Uh-oh.
things here as 100 Thieves failed to
Did
make their way into the site with the
Omen not
spike.
have smokes?
Not only that, but they drop it into
He had to have
terrible
smokes,
spot
right? The
where
100 Thieves
TSM has
Omen,
control,
Ethan?
right?
I'm not
It's
sure.
just down
Could have
to
been
Nitro
out.
there, and they can just squat on it. A huge
Well
three-kick
done,
and it
TSM.
rolls
Well
out.
done.
To stop
Nice
the
little bonus.
TSM get back on the board.
They only got 2 on their bonus, right? 100
That's all
Thieves.
from them. It was a good round, I think, in terms of how both
Only got
teams
2
played it.
kills, so it didn't hurt their money
Yeah.
too much.
It's TSM hitting their shots, and it's good to see. In terms of the ultimate economy,
What's
we
Wardell
see that they
thinking?
have
He
a
has,
slight
oh, he
edge.
has knives.
Nico, one
He's
of
just gonna
the
knives then.
Hunter's Fury, and we see the blades ready for
Save
Wardell,
some
which he
moolah.
might choose to get so that he can have an operator in the following round. And I am curious of TSM's philosophy against 100 Thieves here, because a team that's very default heavy, there's a lot of value if you have good tactical setups to disrupt their defaults. And we can see here that 100 Thieves put a lot of presence towards A main to get that A main
No
orb
ults.
control.
Only util.
And in the previous round they did this, but they did it towards B main. So they have this like pocket of players looking for the orb control.
Sell
And they
in
usually
an
reset off of
A?
it.
And then, yeah, I think they're trying to
Default
sell an
plus
A and go
drone
B.
feels very
Oh
scary.
my
Feels like
god.
the push is going to be coming in, but the spike is actually towards the B site.
One knife left.
Wardell here, if he can continue to get a couple of those picks, the fear is gone.
Shot him like the ankle,
You
dude.
handle that aggression, but the thing is, look at the mini.
Hiko's gonna fall back, and it's just gonna be Asuna alone.
Hayes is the last one, kind of staying.
Oh,
he goes
not falling at all.
Not falling at all.
The play is on
Oh,
A, but
they
it's
have
not.
B.
The gig's up. Nitro gets
Leave,
another
Hiko,
one on
leave.
Hayes.
Jesus.
Now Drone has
I
to
think he should have
rotate
left
back, but
ages
the wall's
ago,
gonna be up. He's
but-
he's not gonna have a way
Whatever.
in.
He was supporting Asuna, I
Meanwhile, the
guess.
spike is going to go down.
To really
TSM
sell
are
it.
scrambling as they try to book it back towards B as soon as they can.
Hayes didn't fully rotate, but he was
Yeah, and
playing
they got
spawn
info as
and
to
just got
where
owned in
every
the
one of
duel,
these
it looked
players,
like.
actually was as well, because they had the steps running away from A main, and they spotted 2 and B, so they have all the info.
This
right there?
util, bro. Oh my
Pretty good guess that server's coming through
goodness.
main or late mid.
Oh my
There's
god.
that ult, so now you know precisely where the server is. Eco with that very annoying Hunter's Fury.
Oh
Gonna
my
try out
god,
here.
he got so
Control it. He's gonna
lucky.
have to fall
Yep.
back and try to keep himself just alive. His
Yo,
presence is
steal
more
is
than he's
kinda
trying to
nice.
Take a fight, doing a lot of damage, and TSM are
You know what's
struggling to make
funny
their way
is,
in.
remember when you
So
pointed
Bros
out
is the last
earlier,
man
Steel
standing,
never
and there
rotated?
you go.
Till the bomb was
Great
literally
ult coming
like,
through from 100 Thieves.
you know, he
Yeah.
didn't rotate
The
till it was
Jukes
full
were
committed that it was
fantastic.
all there. If Hayes
In
did
that
that
round,
right there,
They really
or if
sold
Steel
the
was in
A
that
hit,
position,
and,
he
I mean,
probably
you
would have won
can't
the round
blame
for his
TSM.
team.
You
True.
really
and wouldn't
can't.
have made it out to spawn.
I mean, the writing
Crazy,
was
man.
there, right? Like
That
you saw
little amount of
everything that would
patience
lead you
goes
to
a long
think
way
that
there.
It was just so well played by 100 Thieves, and then the post plant was great as
I
well.
mean,
Hiko
Steel's
using
brain
the
is just
100 Fury to
huge. Like,
draw
really.
attention away
So
from
true.
TSM, because like you said, Dan, they have to respect that. They have to go towards that. Keep an eye on Nitro and Steel here. We've seen how much 100 Thieves is willing to play around Ultimates. They have 2 members away from Ultimates here.
Oh god.
There we go.
It's
TSM
Fox drone there.
looking to hold
Holy
on to this
shit.
main control, but this time they won't be able to make that work out, and that is quite difficult. And you can see right now that TSM
It's gonna really
are
hurt their
walking
money
these
if they lose
versus
this.
A main. They know that
Yeah.
they have to do something.
Wardell
here.
have an off.
I'm actually curious if they're going to push this, because they do need to,
No.
I feel like they need to get info somewhere, or they need
Got
to
a vandal or
scout
something.
something. That's usually what you want to do in a situation like this.
Right.
And they've got that control now towards A main. So they just spotted that there's nothing there. But there's a problem here, because if you don't see Gelato, this is exactly what can happen. A team can think, well, they just play the main, so they're going to go back, and now we're going to get the timing on the site. But in fact, Wardell sticking around makes the difference, and he killed the dash to safety
man.
too. And just like
Massive
that, TSM
dick
swing
play
things
right
back
there.
in
Holy
their favor.
shit.
The spike's down, 100 Thieves are at a spot where they can easily pick it up and then decide where they want to play things out. Also, keep an eye on Ethan. He's taking cat control. This could be a devastating pinch.
It's all on Ethan. This is literally all on Ethan to win this round.
Dico, come back, pick it up. Ethan's there on tree. He's able to get one, just one left on the site. Rosa by himself, a man left alone, and a man dead.
Ethan got, I mean, if Ethan doesn't get that kill, they lose the round.
Alone here in a 1v3.
Maybe. Okay, I really got to pee, but this game is fucking close.
He's got plenty of armor. He's
Woo!
got the opportunity to do this.
They're playing this so well on the post plant. Not giving
No way. No win for Haste.
Oh!
Okay, dude.
Wow.
That
was impressive.
No, that's
the individual skill right there was impressive.
Yeah.
Great effort from Hayes, though. That he made something that was truly
I almost
impossible
jinxed it.
Very doable, and
he almost fucking
that's
crouch
gonna be
peeked the
another
guy in
round, though,
main
the back
too.
of
That was
100
close,
Thieves,
man.
And they are already a map up in this best of 3, and they're looking pretty damn good at the moment. TSM, it feels similar to the game against Luminosity, where you feel like TSM is doing a lot right. You know, TSM in that previous round, they lose a player early on.
I can expect on this round, kind of doing a dry. I can expect 100 Thieves kind of do dry fights together. Never let the Sage go first, though. Let someone else go first, and then get a res if somebody goes down. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. That's what I think is going to happen. Maybe they'll just dry fight B. I'm not sure, but
they're securing the orb at B right now.
Just seeing Steel is a big tell as well. You know, the Killjoy. You know, Steel is lurking
Steel just
in most
holding
cases,
the fucking
in most
push,
setups.
gets one, falls back.
And I
Looks like B's right.
Ethan just dropped a smoke on top cat. Kind of.
You think it's gonna be dry though?
I think they're gonna walk in. I don't think they're gonna burst in, but we'll see. Oh, Killjoy ult. Never mind. They want this round. They want this round. Security. Security ult. Oh, they're breaking it. Oh, the whiffs. He missed it. He missed it.
Just enough to keep them back.
Dead they are.
Hayes has to drop back, but the thing is, there's nobody watching from CT here. This is the exact same play we saw last time. They're preventing if somebody's watching in CT.
You know,
the defending side. Nobody was there this time around.
They wanted the dub.
Take care of the player detained and really.
Dude, that's so good for their money, man. Nobody died.
They continue to push the matter as they continue to put the
Holy
touches
shit.
on this series and continue the road to Masters.
Oh my God.
Yes,
This is it for TSM. This is their last chance this round right here.
Have the luxury to be able to burn
It really, I mean, it really is their last chance.
They've got a res, a showstopper. There's the Omen TP as well.
100 Thieves just is playing really
how
well.
powerful that can be. And especially on the attacking side, for entering sites or for doing.
And it doesn't even seem like it's.
And then TSM, all they really
too
have
much
right now
special
to work
shit.
off of
It just
is
feels
really
like
the retake game.
it's just standard
and,
stuff,
and
and
they're
they're just
heavy tree setup
winning the
with
fights.
Killjoy to retake A.
That one round was impressive, though. The A fake, the Asuna fake, that was a big round. That was a very big round.
Well, that was like the only one I could think
have
of.
shown time and again that when they take aiming control like this, they may make it look like they're going to pressure and then push onto a site.
Here he goes. He's going to open up the site.
Hasn't often been the case. Right. And it looks like they may even just contact in.
Oh, they're walking in. Never mind.
Wow. Rosa's so mad.
Doesn't connect, but Ethan does.
That
He takes care of
sucks
Rosa,
so bad,
but they
dude.
get onto the site. Now you see members from TSM.
Well, they have a
working
Killjoy
their way up
ult
towards
on
heaven.
TSM,
Also, keep
so
an eye
it's
on
not
Hayes.
completely
He's
over
intrigued.
yet.
He's left unchecked. Also, on
I
top
just
of
don't
that,
like
you gotta keep an eye
what
on
Rosa's
Steel,
doing.
who's on
That's
the-
just
who is
individual
on the-
plays.
excuse me, the lockdown comes
You
out.
know you got a Killjoy ult. You're playing retake. It's as simple as that. Don't go in there and throw your life away. Just don't.
Leading the way as Asuna looks for more.
No.
Hayes and Cutler get a couple of pieces.
Uh-oh.
Nitro
They were detained. They have to push.
and stays alive for now.
Oh, good play, Ethan. Good play.
Fucking ult there was huge. He bought time for his team to get undetained as well.
That's it, dude.
I mean, 100 Thieves just played that to a T. That was crazy. Asuna got aggressive upper and just fucking everyone pushed for that ult, didn't get it.
And that was huge.
Ethan
that was a huge
TP'd under
kill from
Balk.
Ethan.
I mean,
think that protected it. Hiko and
and just
Nitro.
held his fucking
Timing, of
teammates
course,
so they
would
couldn't
be
get
tight,
pushed
but
during the
GSM,
detain.
you know, it was
That was
so
just
much
so
just
good.
to hold on
Yep.
the tree to have
Wow.
something for them to work off of on the retake, and that was it. The lockdown got dropped.
You know, repeat,
and he
like he
didn't
just bought
convert.
time. That's so.
And now they're looking at a horrifying situation.
And that's the little
6
things that
rounds
people don't
in a
notice.
row. Oh,
A
sorry,
lot of people
5
don't
rounds in a
notice
row is
what
they have. They
went
just
so
had
right there
overtime
with
to keep
Ethan's
themselves
play.
alive, and they got 2
Yeah, he
Guardians
just didn't
out. They are
overcommit.
light
He's
armor
buying time
on
so his
3
teammates and
players.
main can
One
win the
player doesn't
round.
have armor. This is
Because they're
this is
detained.
a very bad situation for TSM.
Very bad indeed. Seeing Wardell pop that Blade Storm, try to take some early control towards B main, ensure there's nobody pushing up. And it's interesting, you usually see Steel in this spot where Asuna is, where you see the spike.
Okay,
and a lot
Hayes.
of the-
Okay,
a lot
dude.
of the
What is
investment of
this?
Personnel
They're going off
elsewhere.
cat.
And Steel's the one who's
That's why.
usually on the lurk, but this time
Oh!
Asuna was holding things
So
down.
he's
Hayes
feeling
goes
it right now.
big in the
This
middle
is the
as he gets
Tilter strat
2
though. Just fight mid,
numbers
fuck
in
it.
favor of TSM here.
He's rolling back the years. Oh my god, he is just crushing in this series, and that's going to force the res to come out, and that's going to force the swing. They want to
Hayes,
punish that res.
relax,
It's just
dude.
scary because
Relax,
deathmatch
this
right now.
guy.
Beautiful
He said,
one-on-one
"Fuck
battle,
this."
and
Bro, he
is
literally
still
just threw his
confident
life
holding
away
out
and they
there,
couldn't
no
kill
fear,
him for it.
23 health. There's only
He
one
actually
man
wanted
left
to
standing,
die
it's
there.
Hiko,
Sad.
And Hayes does not care. He wants to shoot everybody in the face. And here comes the late lurk through from Wardell.
Surely not, right?
Ah, the
Oh,
brain.
Hiko,
Well, there you go.
That was sick.
Hiko gets 1
30 seconds
onto
left.
Wardell. He's got the spike.
There's no way
He's got
Hiko
those
wins
seconds.
this,
TSM
but
also has the ultimate. The
very
problem is you have
expensive
to
for
somehow
TSM.
sneak
Very
into sight,
expensive.
Get the spike down, and then stay alive long enough to be able to use your Hunter Series.
What?
He's got no free
Are
way
you-
Hiko does this
I
again. He
didn't like
drops
the way they
things
played
down to
that.
Why are they
1v1.
not double
Taps,
holding that?
Looking for the swing.
I
He
don't know.
spotted Cutler, so he has a great idea.
No
Oh my
fucking
fucking-
way,
Hiko does
dude.
it again. Are
You need to
kidding
stop
me?
Caster
Bro.
cursing.
What?
You need to stop caster cursing.
I'm sorry that TSM can't play the situation correctly, okay?
No,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I hated the way
That was
they
terrible.
played that.
You
Yeah.
can't, bro. They're giving. That was nice by Hiko. That was
Yeah.
nice. That was nice. I mean,
Also was bad. The reason that he's able to do that is because TSM is giving it to him. He's so